What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's episode, we have to continue from where we left off in yesterday's video, which, as you guys can clearly see, was talking about the fact that we are going to explode. I know that's a big accusation, and damn, I messed up where the subscribe button goes, but I know that's a big accusation and a big statement to make, but I want to try to back it even more in today's episode with a few nice examples of why I believe we are going to continue to see that break to the upside. And it's honestly like we're starting to see that already with some of the major cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin, but hopefully the other cryptos actually carry and follow suit with what Bitcoin is doing here. So I said in yesterday's episode, XRP Ripple holders, the end is here. We have officially completed the pennant flag formation here, and we should be expecting to see a break to the upside. Now, as I show you, you can see a lot of these cryptos look to be doing exactly that. Now, we don't have a pennant flag forming an XRP, but we are indeed breaking out of a major bull flag formation here and are starting to see a swing to the upside. Very similar with history repeating itself to what we saw originally, which was a bull flag. We had the immediate breakout, caused consolidation, and then we continued to the upside. We're looking for the same thing. This movement right here, where we saw the break to the upside, it wasn't just straight up. We saw consolidation, then continued upwards, is a very similar movement to what we're doing now. The next thing we're looking for is a rally to the upside. Now, before we see that though, looking at these other cryptos, Ethereum is kind of showing a similar pattern here. Not so much a bull flag, but we have a pennant flag forming here, which we believe is going to be breaking us through. And then we have Bitcoin's pattern, which is also another pennant flag formation here, which you can clearly see the flag itself and the pennant flag. And just today, just last night, we're starting to break above that major resistance, which could allow us to continue to the upside here. Now, we're very close to buying in on Bitcoin here. You can already see today's resistance is starting to battle the price ceiling. We're waiting for a confirmation just above this resistance here. And then I will be putting a trade in on Bitcoin, which we haven't done in a very long time, but I'll go more in depth about that in a second. The S&P should be opening today in about an hour or maybe 30 minutes from the time you see this video here, but an hour from the time of recording here. And we're not necessarily starting off on a good foot here, but definitely a healthy and necessary pullback. Indeed, especially because we are overbought on the daily charts and we are way overextended from where I truly thought we would be here. So a healthy pullback over the next coming weeks would definitely be in the cards for the S&P 500. I actually hope that that's what's going to happen. You know, oops, shoot me. But that's what I expect to see taking place. But with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, for those that, you know, maybe are new to the channel here or missed out on entering the bonus giveaway, make sure to take part in this bonus giveaway. It's 3 easy steps. I've partnered with BYDFI to give away 1,000 XRP to 10 lucky people in a total, which would be about 100 XRP each, which could be $50 to $60 on June 26th, which is literally 6 days away from now, which is pretty cool. Make sure to check this out. Link is down in the description. All you would do is go onto today's video, scroll down into where you see right here, the first link, click the first link and you will get the form right here. Fill it out and you are good to go for the drawing next week. So moving forward and into today's episode here, looking at the way the cryptos are forming here, we're up about 0.65%. It's a lot of consolidation though across the board. Lots of consolidation. You could see we're starting to head upwards here, but for the most part, we're kind of getting a little bit flatlined, which isn't a bad thing in any sense. We are starting to see a lot of sideways movement across the board. This is not bad at all. I actually think it's good and healthy for the consolidation to take place across the markets here. You can see specifically with an XRP, we needed kind of a healthy pullback in order to head up higher. So very similar to the first kind of bull run that we had here, the first bull run explosion that we had a beautiful uptrend. You can see this is the flag itself, just like this. Then we had the correction to the downside here. Then we had a beautiful rally to the upside here. Now, looking at this bull flag, you can see we're going to look at the breakout that took place here. The original breakout that we saw, we exploded to the upside and then we got caught up in this consolidation, which then let us head up even higher. Well, what happened during this consolidation? You can see we became overbought. We needed to consolidate lower in order to help us pump higher. Very similar thing is happening right now. So this is the bull flag itself. This is the flag pole. Sorry, excuse me. This is the actual flag And then we had the breakout here. This is the original breakout. You can see on this breakout, though, we're starting to become overbought. Very similar to the first time we had the breakout. Here's the second time we're becoming overbought. We need to consolidate lower in order to head up higher. Regardless, even if it wasn't a bull flag breakout, just the principle of being overbought, it's necessary for us to head higher. Now, you can see here, we retested a price floor. We were trading inside a sideways channel, waiting for a pop. Had we have closed above price ceiling, we would have bought it and longed it to the upside. We didn't. We closed short, and we closed below support here, and a lot of people actually shorted it. Good for you. Definitely more of an aggressive trade, but we've fallen all the way down to the moving average here. And there's a very high chance we're going to reverse off this, as you can see we're starting to do already, and probably start to swing to the upside here. That's where I'm expecting to see happen. Now, obviously, anything can happen, and we could easily dump. It's very possible here. We'll be ready for that. And if we dip below, maybe 44 cents, then we'll go in for a short to the downside here. But ideally, I'm looking for a reversal, a healthy recovery back up to about 58 to 62 cents in that range there. That's kind of where we expect to see the movements take off to. You can see if I take the size of the original break that we had and transfer it over here, you can see it actually brings us up to sorry, not where I wanted to move that. It was supposed to be down here, right at about 66 cents, a bit higher, 65 cents, a bit higher than where I would say conservatively we're headed to. But I am looking for this to happen. I am looking for that to run. Now, I'm starting to also look for any sort of resistances or technical indicators that could help us. You can see I'm starting to see something like that. There was definitely some sort of support here. If there are definitely wicks, like if we jump to the 4 hour, you could probably see more so wicks than anything else. Just like this, just like this. The 4 hour actually gives a not too bad of an indicator here. I'd actually probably move this up a bit higher, and you can see we're kind of in this kind of descending fractal forming here. But again, it's very, take it with a grain of salt. This is the 4 hour charts we're talking about here, which isn't something to rely on. But moving forward from XRP, though, obviously we do all these trades on BYDFI, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. Lets me buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you could possibly think of is offered on BYDFI, as well as the fact that XRP is here, which is super cool. They even have a demo account, which gives you $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills. Mine's a little higher because I've made some profitable trades. But beyond that, they even have a welcome rewards bonus, which you can earn up to $2,888 by just signing up down in the description below by completing some of these easy and, Google Authenticator, anti-phishing code, join community reward. Just by doing some of this stuff here, you're actually entering yourself practically into this. So you might as well take part in the giveaway too, which is next week. But moving forward from that, wrapping up today's video, looking at the big boys like Ethereum and Bitcoin here, you can see we're starting to form or finishing up the descending fractals here. We have these pennant flags. We have the flagpole itself. You can see it right here. This is the flagpole. Terrible outline. This is the flagpole. Then we had the Elliott impulse wave where we had 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitting bottom support here. We had to adjust the Ethereum charts here, but we found a support ideally, and we've managed to reverse off that after we hit oversold. And I'm waiting conservatively for a break above the yellow for us to buy in and long it to the upside. So until that happens, we're going to sit quietly and wait patiently for that to happen, and then we'll buy in and long to the upside. So we have to break through this resistance before we buy in long, but that could be a bit quicker on Bitcoin here, for a few reasons. Specifically, what I'm waiting for is not necessarily the yellow band, even though that's a good indicator. And this would be definitely more of an aggressive trade had you've already bought in. But we broke through the moving average and the downtrend here. I'm waiting for this price ceiling. 27,180, like maybe a little higher. 27,193. That's resistance, where we've had a bunch of problems here. You can see. Look at it acting as support here, resistance all the way from May 11th to June 7th was resistance. And here we are retesting it again, trying to tackle through it. If we can close above this, that's when I would buy in and long to the upside here. So that's what I'm patiently waiting for. A confirmation closure above here, which we're testing today. That's when I would buy in and long to the upside. And lastly, wrapping up today's episode with the S&P, the goal is that we can head lower. That's what I'm expecting. So if you expect this to head higher, I'd be shocked. And if we actually head higher, I'd be shocked. But more so, I'm waiting for a dip to the downside here. We need a healthy pullback, something like this. Maybe we go like this. I don't know. But we need to pull back to the downside first because we're overbought, but it would also be in line with the higher low, formation that happens here. We would continue this higher low uptrend. So that's what I'm looking for. A pull to the downside, a pull to retest moving average. A healthy pullback is necessary for the S&P to move higher. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.